The true inflection point arrived with the Industrial Revolution. This era profoundly impacted sleep patterns, often diminishing its duration and quality due to the introduction of continuous factory operations and artificial illumination. As light technology grew more prevalent, socializing at night became fashionable, and spending hours lying in bed was viewed as a waste of time. Therefore, sleeping patterns adapted to access these new later hours. People were becoming increasingly time-conscious and sensitive to efficiency, certainly before the 19th century, says Roger E. Kirch. Widespread access to light sources after dark extended waking hours, blurring the natural boundary between day and night. The cultural expectation of a single, long sleep period emerged, often seen as a sign of diligence and modern living. Within just a few generations, humanity abandoned 300,000 years of flexible sleep architecture for an industrial schedule that treated rest like a machine shutdown. 8 consecutive hours, lights out, no interruptions. The consequences show up most dramatically when you compare communities with and without electricity. Research on sleep across different levels of urbanization and electricity access reveals a stark pattern. People living without electricity sleep earlier than those in more urbanized communities, with mid-sleep occurring about 1 hour earlier on average. Exposure to artificial light after sunset delays sleep onset and reduces sleep duration, a direct reversal of the segmented sleep your ancestors experienced. Your 2 a.m. anxiety isn't a disorder. It's your ancient brain colliding with modern expectations. Cortisol, the stress hormone, starts its daily climb somewhere between 2 to 3 a.m. to prep you for eventual morning wakefulness. This circadian pattern happens in everyone, not just poor sleepers. Normal sleepers briefly surface during this cortisol bump and immediately drift back down without conscious memory of it happening. But in our modern world, that natural awakening triggers panic. Anxious brains work differently. That cortisol spike activates your sympathetic nervous system way more intensely than it should. The fight-or-flight system mistakes a normal hormonal shift for an actual threat, which triggers a cascade of physiological responses that jolt you into full consciousness. This is when our sleep architecture, the pattern of our sleep stage cycles throughout the night, naturally shifts from more deep sleep to more REM sleep. People with insomnia experience this shift, but are more likely to stay awake for a long time or feel anxious about waking up. For millions of people, this creates sleep anxiety, because we've been taught we need to sleep continuously through the night. But what if sleeping in 8-hour blocks is not our natural sleep pattern? The solution isn't fighting your biology, it's understanding it. History suggests a period of wakefulness occurring between 2 separate sleep periods was normal before the Industrial Revolution. When you wake up at 2 a.m., you're not broken. You're experiencing exactly what your ancestors did for hundreds of thousands of years. The difference is they didn't panic about it. They used those midnight hours productively, socially, creatively. They added wood to the fire, reflected on their dreams, connected with their community, and created art that still moves us today. Your sleep problems aren't medical failures. They're evolutionary successes, trying to function in an environment that no longer supports them. The next time you find yourself awake in the middle of the night, remember that this moment of wakefulness isn't something to fix. It's something to reclaim. Subscribe for more lost human experiences that explain modern life, and watch this next. It reveals what ancient humans did when they got sick.